Warning, the following content may contain spoilers for film and television programs. It is also intended for mature audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
What the fuck is up, everyone? Welcome to See It Podcast episode 31, your number one stop for movie and TV show news, discussions, and opinions. I am one of your hosts, Andrew Ormsby. Joining me today, we have...
Shelby Ammerman.
Hello, how are you?
And Zach Chadwick.
And hello, how are you?
Saucy.
Doing great.
I watched Ninja Turtles the other day and I loved it.
You loved it.
Yeah, I really did.
I watched The Fault in Our Stars and it made me bawl like a baby back bitch.
I went and saw Gone Girl, and I
really want to watch that.
I have not decided if it's my number one movie of the year or not. It's because Fury right now is my number one. It's a toss-up, and I can't decide because they're two very, very different movies. It's hard to compare. So after I'll give it some more thought, and I'll get back to you and let you know. And we're coming up on the end of 2014. So our last episode of the year, we have to give our top 10 movies of the year.
We have to get our advance tickets for The Hobbit next week.
Yes, we do.
Because that movie looks like the tits.
You know what else looks like the tits? Interstellar, which I'm going to go and see in IMAX 3D as soon as we're done recording the podcast.
Very nice.
All right, so the first segment up we have, did you see that opinion of the week? Shelby, you're up. What did you go and see?
I saw Let's Be Cops.
Oh, I want to see it so bad.
It does look amazing.
Directed by Luke Greenfield and written by Luke Greenfield and Nicholas Thomas. It stars Jake Johnson and Damon Wayans Jr., who are both in New Girl, Coach and Nick Miller. And that's originally why I went to go see it, because I'm kind of in love with Jake Johnson. But pretty much they...
Is Jake Johnson the guy from New Girl?
Yeah.
Wait, they're both from New Girl.
Yeah, they're both from New Girl. It's
The
Coach
white guy.
and Nick Miller.
How about you pay
Okay.
attention to what she's saying?
No,
Yeah.
sorry.
Zach, geez.
Distraction.
Rude.
All right.
But
go.
pretty much they decide to be cops for Halloween, for a Halloween party that ends up being a masquerade, not a costume party.
Nice.
And
Perfect.
and they're both aimless in life. Damon Wayans Jr. plays a guy who creates video games for a living, but nobody wants to listen to his game at all. And it's called Patrolman. So it's about cops, about being cops and getting into the shit. And nobody wants to listen to him. It also has John LaJoy, is how I pronounce that.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I'm
He's
serious.
in this movie?
Yeah, he's the guy who doesn't want anything. He's like the top dog of the video game staff. So
I need
he's
to
just
see
like,
this right now.
He's like, you need to take notes. Take notes. Let's
I need to
let's
see
make a
this
game
movie.
with zombies and firefighters with superpowers.
I'd play it.
I'd play it right now.
But they end up being cops, like pretending to be cops. Jake Johnson, I call him Nick because I'm so used to New Girl. He really gets into it too much. Like, he gets on eBay and he buys a car and then he puts the lights on himself and slaps some stickers on it. And then also Rob Riggle is in it. And he plays a real cop who runs into them but doesn't know that they're fake cops, and then he pulls them right into the shit.
I feel like I'm the only person on earth that thinks Rob Riggle is not funny.
Oh, I think he's so fucking hilarious.
I just don't.
I love him. Oh, you shot me in the dick. That's 22nd or 21st Jump Street.
Yeah. See, I've always thought he was really funny.
I
Not
think
a
it's
fan.
hilarious.
I mean, he's fine, but whatever. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Wait, are both Key and Peele in this, or just Keegan and Michael?
Just Keegan. He plays he plays one of the bad guys, like he's working for the main bad guy that Jake Johnson and Damon Wayans Jr. end up coming head to head with.
Oh, Andy Garcia?
I think so.
Andy Garcia's
He's a really
in this
scary
movie?
guy. He is the main bad guy, but he's the boss of the biggest bad guy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You'll have to watch it. I don't want to give anything away.
Okay. Well, I am going to see it because it does look really funny.
It is so funny, and I would definitely recommend seeing it. It's one of the best movies I've seen this year. I don't know where it would rank on my top 10 list, but it's definitely on there somewhere.
Hey, all right. Well, I am excited.
You should be. It's so funny and great. And it's pretty much just about finding your life's purpose, pretty much. Because they're both aimless. And Jake Johnson, actually, he was a pro football player, or wanted to be a pro football player, but hurt his knee before he could go pro. So then he did a herpes commercial and has been living on the money
that
since then.
Too. He hurt his knee before he went pro.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you lived
No, I
with a guy
mean
who
serious.
got herpes.
No.
No, but then he does a herpes commercial that he lives... that's what the money he's living.
Oh yeah,
is
that's
from.
in the preview.
That's
Yeah.
Jake Johnson.
That
Yeah.
looks hilarious.
Not to be confused with Jack Johnson.
Yeah,
Jack
don't be
Johnson.
confused with Jack Johnson.
All right. That you said it's a see it then.
Yes, it's a definite see it. It's so good.
Fantastic. Let's move on very quickly to the next segment of the podcast. Speaking of news.
Speaking of news, actually, these first two are just going to be in one. Seth Rogen is being courted to play Steve Wozniak in that Aaron Sorkin Steve Jobs movie.
Really?
And since Christian Bale's no longer going to be Steve Jobs,
God.
they're trying to get Michael Fassbender to do it.
This movie just needs to stop, like, right now.
It's
Michael
like
Fassbender?
it's cursed almost.
This movie is cursed. It really is cursed.
I think, and I love Fassbender. I'm not sure how this would work with him. Christian Bale, it's perfect.
No.
It seems like a perfect casting for
No,
Christian
I think
Bale.
Fassbender looks more like Jobs does than Christian
I'm not
Bale.
talking about look. I'm talking about demeanor and presence.
No, I think, if anything, I think Fassbender is a better... it's a better casting, but I'm just sick and tired of the struggles that this movie's going through.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that
Okay.
because I think
Well, it is your news.
Christian
segment, so-
Christian Bale's more of a dick in presence. It seems like than Fassbender is. You know what I mean? Don't you remember that Terminator thing where he went off on the lighting guy?
Yeah, well, okay. This is going to sound like the
Because
douche.
apparently Steve Jobs was a dick.
Yeah, he was a dick. But with the whole Christian Bale thing, we don't know if he was just in character and he didn't come out of that. I'm not, like, defending the guy. I'm just saying we don't know the full story. He could very well be a dick.
I feel you, man.
Okay.
All right.
But, yeah, that whole Aaron Sorkin Jobs movie, I'm honestly getting tired of talking about the news on that movie and
I know,
how
but
many
it's
struggles
news.
it's going through.
There wasn't that much news at the start of the week. There was more in the last couple days.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right. Next up.
Forever, that show on ABC.
Yeah.
It's amazing, by the way. What's the guy's name that plays the dude on Forever? He was also Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four.
Are you talking about
Eon Gruford?
Eon Gruford.
Yeah.
Groove
Fucking
Flood?
great show. It just got a full season order and it's probably going to be renewed for a second season. It's really good. Do you know anything about it?
Let's see. That's the 200-year-old dude.
Yeah, he was a doctor back in like the 1700s or something, and he got tossed overboard on a ship, and something happened to where he doesn't ever die, and when he does die, he wakes up in water, like he's immortal essentially. It's a great show, really, really good. I was happy to see that they renewed it or ordered a full season because it's different than a lot of other stuff that's on right now.
All I know is I can watch it on Amazon Instant Video whenever I like.
Boom.
Let's do it.
In what the fuck news? Toy Story 4 2017.
What the fuck?
I know. Can you believe it?
What, am I going to cry my eyes
No,
out again?
I don't. I didn't see the second or the third one, so I don't know anything about the series past one.
I didn't like 2, but 3 I cried my eyes out.
But I don't understand. Didn't they end the series like succinctly?
No.
Oh, they didn't. I was told that they did.
Well, I don't want to say it in case you do ever watch it.
I won't. I won't.
They ended the Andy story.
And opened up a line for a little girl.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Because
his
Andy-
daughter or
yeah,
something?
No. Andy
No.
grew up, and he
Right.
was too old for toys, so he gave his toys away to a little girl.
To a little girl that his mom worked with her mom. And then at the daycare, and so she was like, you know who would really like your toys? Him.
I
And
think
then
Pixar could do cooler stuff than Toy Story 4.
well,
You love Toy Story, don't
I
you?
love Toy Story so
I do
much.
not. I don't even think Toy Story is the best Pixar movie.
You know
There's 3 Pixar movies that are better than Toy Story. Wreck-It Ralph, which is amazing.
if you say Ratatouille, you're gonna get smacked.
Fuck. You made
like,
me lose
you
my
fucked
train of
it up.
thought. Finding Nemo
Yes.
and Ratatouille.
No.
Yes.
What about Up?
That movie is depressing as fuck. That is not a
That's
kid's
a great movie. And actually, there was a girl.
I have
there was
never
a woman.
been-
There was a woman who used the Up house to tell her husband that she was pregnant.
I've never been more depressed in the first 30 minutes of a movie than I was in that movie.
No, it's pretty sad. But no, you're wrong about Ratatouille.
No, you're-
But okay, you know
your
the fun
face.
thing about Jessie? You know the cowgirl in Toy Story?
Yes.
You know
yeah,
this-
the girl version of Woody.
Yeah. Do you know the Easter egg behind her story?
No.
You know how she said that she was abandoned by her owner?
Oh
a long
yeah,
time
wasn't
ago?
it like his mom?
It's
or something?
Andy's mom.
Yeah.
Is the girl that
What?
abandoned her? That's the true story there.
How do you know that?
It's this whole long ass thing, but you can look it up online. It tells you that Andy's mom, that you never see her face or anything, but she is actually the little girl who gave away Jessie.
If you think
That makes me want to cry.
since you like Toy Story, I got a
And
great
then
article
she found
for
her
you.
way back home. So
well,
and then she got given away again.
Go to cracked.com and look up Toy Story, there's a big article about how Toy Story is an allegory for the Holocaust.
Yeah,
It is amazing.
I like the story about how uncomfortable the toys had to be when Andy was going through puberty and he was jerking it with the toys in the room. And they had to sit there and
God,
watch.
that would be really awkward. Let's stop ruining my childhood movie now.
So
please.
great.
Next up on Speaking of News.
In weird news,
News.
CBS has tapped Bradley Cooper to produce a Limitless TV series.
Okay,
I'm not really
gonna
sure
be-
why.
Because he has money.
No, why are they making it? The movie came out 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
It was very good, but I don't see I don't see it as a TV series.
It would get
disgusted.
repetitive very quick. They'd be like, okay, yeah, he
that's my
gets
point.
smart and he can figure his way out of this really quickly.
I would take that shit right now.
Oh yeah.
But no, I don't.
Besides the fact it was killing him.
I just don't. I think that not Bradley Cooper, CBS is just hard up for new shows now because fucking CSI is going downhill. I'm surprised it's still on.
Nah, I think they'll be fine. CBS has some good stuff.
In other funny, well, I don't know if it's funny news, Lemony Snicket has been optioned by Netflix as an original series.
I did not like the movie.
They didn't even finish the movie series.
Well, the thing is I think they're going to completely ignore the movie.
Well,
That's the only way they could really do this.
and it's just not an interesting story to me personally, but for those of you
I
out
enjoyed
there,
it when I was a kid.
Netflix has a great track record. I just don't know if this is something I would watch.
they have a
I'm
new
ready
original
for-
series coming out for Marco Polo.
I'm
have
ready
you seen
for
that?
Orange is the New Black season 3.
No, you know the story of Marco Polo. He went to China and everything. Well, it's a Netflix original series about him going over there.
That sounds
It looks
cool.
pretty cool. We're not going to talk about it in trailer talk, but maybe next week we will.
All right. Well, in casting news, Jared Leto is not being courted, but he's negotiating to star in the adaptation of the Suicide Squad as the Joker.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Solid casting, not gonna lie. He is probably one of only 2 people, maybe, that could do this behind Heath Ledger. I was trying to think of somebody else, and I can't. I actually really like him for this part.
Okay, so who was the original guy to play the Joker? That was Roman or Cesar Romero.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Cesar Romero. Nobody thought that anybody could do better than him. And then Jack Nicholson came along. And everybody's like, nobody can do a better Joker than Jack Nicholson. And then Mark Hamill came along. And everybody's like, nobody can do a better Joker than Mark Hamill. And then lo and behold, Heath Ledger came along.
Well,
Now everybody's probably going to say nobody can do a better job than Heath Ledger.
I don't mean to be that guy. Heath Ledger's amazing. And his role as the Joker was iconic forever.
Yeah.
But I honestly think part of that's propped up by the fact that he died 2 months before the movie came out.
Well, also he studied Jack Nicholson.
I don't wanna be a dick, though.
hardcore.
No, that's
he
fine.
doesn't. I don't think that his Joker's anything at all. It's more sinister, dark.
His voice, he really did study Jack Nicholson's character as the Joker.
I just think that the way we view that role would be way different if he wasn't dead. I'm not trying. It's like Kurt Cobain. That's my argument for Nirvana.
Nirvana sucks, though.
They wouldn't
Yeah,
be
they do.
held as like one of the greatest bands of all time if he didn't kill himself.
Yeah.
Anyway, more casting news. Will Ferrell and Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg are reuniting for a movie called Daddy's Home.
Really?
Amazeballs. Have you seen the other guys?
Yeah, it was
Fucking
hilarious.
hilarious.
I just
Great.
like the Michael Keaton and the TLC references throughout the whole movie.
That was funny too.
Don't
That
go
was
chasing
another
waterfalls.
Rob Riggle movie. He's
Yeah.
in that movie too. Wait, isn't that Damon Wayans Jr. as his partner? No, different guy.
Yeah.
Different guy. Sorry. But anyway, if it's even half as good as the other guys, I'm looking forward to it because they have a lot of chemistry on screen. So I'll watch it.
All right.
And finally, in Andrew's most beloved news bit, the Star Wars Episode 7 titles finally come out.
Not a
It's
fan.
called The Force Awakens.
That's not a good title.
Not gonna lie, I don't care for it either.
Okay, but I will say this. A title means jack shit when it comes to a movie. It's sort of like the whole don't judge a book by its cover thing. You got to judge it by the quality that the movie actually gives you.
Did you see that?
Having said that, the title sucks.
Did you see? Is it the guy that played R2D2 or Peter Mayhew or one of the original cast members? Not Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, or Mark Hamill, but one of the other people came out and said that it's better than The Empire Strikes Back.
Like the movie?
The movie, it's finished. Like they're finished
Billy
shooting.
D. Williams?
No, it wasn't Billy D. Williams. But
Billy D.
it was.
Williams.
I want to say it was the guy that played R2D2 or C3PO, maybe. I don't know. Either way, they came out and said that they've seen the movie.
You mean Kenny Baker, the R2D2 dude?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
I was having a brain fire.
I
I'm
don't
like,
fucking remember.
It was.
I just know that they came out and said it's better than Empire Strikes Back. So what do you think about that? Maybe it's going to be. I mean, I know it's going to be better than Episode 1. I liked Episode 3. I don't care what anybody says.
I've never seen Star Wars, so I don't really have any input on this.
Well, we're
Okay,
going to
you
fix
need to
that.
leave
We're
right
going to fix
now.
that on May the 4th. So don't worry.
May the 4th be with you.
We're going to have Star Wars Day.
That's all I got.
Yeah, it's the
There
official
wasn't
Star Wars holiday,
really
May 4th. May the 4th
anything
be
else?
with you.
Oh, I guess another side news. This is just for me. I'm going to get it out there. They signed all of the major actors in Game of Thrones through season 7. So that's going to be the last season. People are bitching that it's spoilery.
Well, it is spoiler because you know who's going to be alive and who isn't.
Here's the thing. If you're really a fan of the series, you don't give a shit because the TV show doesn't matter. It's just a holdover for the books. So, I mean, yeah, okay. They signed Macy Williams. What's that? They signed Macy Williams, Emilia Clarke, and Kit Harington. So, whatever. I mean, it's the show. You don't know what the fuck's going to... I don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Yeah. That's all right. So that's going to wrap it up for Speaking of News.
Yes.
All right. Shelby, why don't you let us know what movies are new in theaters this week?
Well, there's Big Hero 6,
Oh, I want to see it so bad.
which
too.
IMDb describes as the special bond that develops between plus-sized inflatable robot Baymax and prodigy hero Hamada, who team up with a group of friends to form a band of high-tech heroes.
It's Disney, Pixar making a Marvel movie, and it looks so good. And I think TJ Miller's in it, and he's hilarious.
There's a lot of win in this.
Yeah. I love Silicon Valley so much.
Yeah.
Did you ever finish that?
No.
You didn't?
I'm waiting patiently for the fucking day that HBO Go is on Xbox One. That's really what's preventing me from watching HBO Go right now.
Well,
is the fact it's not on the Xbox.
You have a laptop. You have an iPad.
That's a lot of work.
Jesus Christ, dude.
If my iPad's in the other room and my Xbox's controller's right here, I want to use that. I'm not going to get up and go in the other room.
Yeah.
Just
What else
saying.
is new in theaters?
Interstellar, which
I'm
you
going to
said,
see it tonight.
which you said you were going to see. It has Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway. IMDb describes it as a group of explorers make use of a newly discovered wormhole to surpass the limitations on human space travel and conquer the vast distances involved in an interstellar voyage. And the tagline I really like. It says, "Mankind was born on Earth. It was never meant to die here." So that's really interesting.
I don't
You're going to have to
know.
let us know how you did that. how
Fun
that went.
fact from what I was reading, astronomers actually discovered something during the making of this movie. Like the screenwriters and stuff were asking about black holes and stuff and how to make
Really?
it like really scientifically accurate. And during the making of this movie, like the CGI creation of black holes and stuff, they actually learned more about black holes in general. I thought that was really cool.
What did they learn, though?
Oh God, I have no idea. Stuff that I will never understand.
And then the last movie that is new in theaters is On Any Sunday, the next chapter. It's about bikers, basically. Motorcycle racing, and inspired by Bruce Brown's 1971 documentary, On Any Sunday.
The only motorcycle thing I watch is Sons of Anarchy,
Oh,
which I
yeah.
have not seen the most recent episode. Don't spoil
Oh
it.
my god, it's terrible, and you're gonna hate your life.
It was an old Steve McQueen movie. But, no. Wait, On Any Sunday... Oh, no, I was thinking of a different...
Any given Sunday? Is that what you were thinking of?
No. On Any Sunday, I thought that was the name of Eric Bana's documentary about his
Yeah, car obsession.
his car, yeah.
Yeah.
I was not even close. All right, so you said that's going to wrap it up for new movies in theaters?
Yep.
Wicked. Now let's move on to trailer talk, where we're going to talk about movie and television trailers that have just come out. We have 10 this week. The first trailer up that we're going to talk about is By the Gun. This is a movie directed by James Mordern. He gave us Trucker, and it's written by Emilio Mauro. This movie stars Ben Barnes, Toby Jones, and Harvey Keitel. The plot of this movie: a young man in Boston joins the mafia, but soon regrets it after he falls for a young woman. What do you guys think when
That's
you saw
always
this trailer?
how it works.
Yeah,
It looks like a lot of action, and I would actually really like to see it.
very cliched story. You see it
Yeah.
1,000 times, but
I think the casting really works, though.
yeah,
It looks like a great love story.
with Toby Jones and Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, is Toby Johnson the guy from Captain America?
Yeah, it's Toby Jones. But
Okay, yeah. I really like him as an actor.
No, he's really, really good. He's
really good.
he did this old movie a long time ago where he played Truman Capote.
Yeah,
did
I've
it-
seen it.
He did it before. What's his name?
Philip
did.
Seymour
Philip
Hoffman.
Seymour Hoffman
yeah.
did. They both did a really good job. By the Gun, Zach. See it, skip it.
Yeah, I'll see it probably, but I'll probably wait because I'm too cheap to go in theaters.
Yeah, Shelby.
Probably the same answer as Zach. Just wait on it, but I do want to see it.
I'm gonna wait until I hear more about it, good or bad things. Next movie up, Paddington. Directed and written by Paul King. He gave us The Mighty Boosh, which is a BBC comedy show. It's really funny. You know the I'm all Greg? You know that thing?
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
That's The Mighty Boosh.
Okay.
He did Bunny and the Bull and Come Fly With Me.
I want to see it because I just realized Peter Capaldi's in it.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking love that guy.
Yeah, Doctor Who.
He's a badass doctor.
Yeah, this movie stars Ben Whishaw as the voice of Paddington Bear. Also stars Nicole Kidman, Peter Capaldi, Michael Gambon, and Sally Hawkins. The plot of this is it's based on Michael King's iconic tale of, the children's books of the talking bear that moves to London.
So you have the Doctor and Dumbledore in the same movie.
Mother of God.
Mind equals blown.
And Q. You can't forget Q.
I don't. Who's Q?
Ben Whishaw, he's Q in James
Oh,
Bond.
that guy is. Wait. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the new Q.
I got you. With you. I hear where you're coming from.
Speaking of James Bond, I got some great news. I got the James Bond 50th anniversary collector's Blu-ray edition that has every single James Bond. Can't wait to watch every single one of them in a row.
You're a nerd.
I am a nerd. I'm
Hey,
a
what's
Bond
wrong with
nerd.
being a nerd?
You're
Nothing.
on a podcast
I bought-
that talks about movies and television.
James Bond and Star Wars are a little out of my realm.
I recently bought a book.
Whoa,
It's a
whoa, whoa.
hardbound.
Are you putting James Bond in the same realm of nerdom as Star
It's
Wars?
totally different.
Yes.
Totally different.
Not even close.
I recently bought a book.
I call
about
myself a
yay
nerd and I
big,
take offense
right?
to that.
Like a textbook, huge book. It's 380 pages of the complete history of Westeros and Game of Thrones. That is on a whole nother level.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the next movie we're
I
gonna
suddenly feel really out of place sitting here.
yeah, the next movie we're gonna
come
talk
on.
about is Ex Machina, directed and written by Alex Garfield. He was the writer for a crap ton of Danny Boyle's movies. He wrote the script for The Beach, 28 Days Later, Sunshine, and Dread, the new Dread movie, which was
That's
really
a good
good.
movie.
Did
Yeah.
you say Garfield?
What? Garland. Did I
it
say
it sounded like you said Garfield.
Alex Garland? My bad. This movie stars Domhnall Gleeson, Oscar Isaac, Alicia Vikander, and Corey Johnson. The plot of this movie, a young man is chosen to study and observe a brand new female AI with human qualities.
This movie looks all kinds of fucked
Yeah,
up.
it looks creepy as shit, but I'm going to watch it immediately because...
It looks like a great love story.
Oh my god, what is it with you? Anything.
girl.
You could watch, I don't know, The Departed, and you're like, oh, it's a great love story.
That's amazing.
Wally's a great love story.
Wall-E is a great love story.
And this is going to be a great love story with human robots.
I've never actually seen Wall-E.
You'd watch The Boondock Saints and be like, oh, it's a great love story.
No, but that is a great brotherly story that just warms the heart.
Okay, first thoughts, Ex Machina. Zach.
Yeah, I want to see it because it looks awesome.
Shelby.
Yeah, it's a great love story.
Yes, I want to watch the crap out of this movie. The next movie up, Furious 7, the seventh movie in the Fast and the Furious. Oh my gosh, I already know why you're flipping out. And
Can we just say this movie stars Chev Chelios?
this movie stars Chev Chelios,
It has
a.k.a. Jason Statham.
Beautiful
No,
Jason
no, 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 no.
Statham.
Oh,
No,
it's
sir.
Jason Statham, a.k.a. Chev Chelios?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
His name is not Jason Statham, it's
That's
Chev
not
Chelios.
even, no,
You know
that's
what?
not even
I'm going
the
to say
right-
right now, I hate the Crank movies. I hate them
I love
so
the Crank
much.
The
movies.
first
I love
one's
the
amazing.
Transporter movies.
I
haven't
love
seen the
every
second
movie
one.
that possibly has Jason
The
Statham
second one
in it.
just looks dumb, but the first one is actually probably one of the craziest movies I've ever seen.
So here's something that I found interesting. This movie's directed by James Wan. He doesn't do action movies. He's the guy who gave us Saw, Dead Silence, Insidious, and The Conjuring.
the first
He does
Saw
a
movie
bunch of horror
is
films.
fucking classic.
Yeah, I actually liked the first Saw movie. I didn't love it, but I liked it. So, yeah, he does a whole bunch of those movies, but it's still written by Chris Morgan, who did Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, not The Fast and the Furious, which is what, 4 Fast and Furious?
I don't fucking know.
And then he did 5, 6 Fast and Furious. He did Wanted, and he did the 47 Ronin movie with Keanu Reeves.
I want to see that movie. I'm
was-
all about Keanu Reeves now.
It was tolerable.
Yeah,
I really want to see John Wick. I really want to see it.
that movie looks badass.
But this movie, of course, stars the whole cast of the Fast and Furious: the Vin Diesel, Paul Walker,
Wait,
Dwayne
Jumon
Johnson,
Hitsu's in this movie?
Ronda Rousey, one of the hottest ladies on the
Fuck
planet.
yeah.
I wouldn't say she's hot,
No,
but she's
no.
a really good fighter.
Any woman who could kick my ass is immediately hot.
The girl from Game of Thrones.
That's
is
a
in
little
this.
dominatrix.
I think
weird.
she's amazing.
Yeah,
That's okay. Real quick, I actually talked about this last night. Do you know who Robin Wright is
yeah.
from House of Cards? You
She's
ever
got
watch House
great
of Cards?
legs.
No.
Okay. Fuck.
Okay, Princess Bride,
All right, well, who is she in the? Is
The
she
princess.
She,
I'll find
oh,
a picture
okay.
of
Buttercup.
But
Yeah, I know-
It's
I
kind
know
of
who
the same
Buttercup
thing
is.
in House of Cards. She's super intimidating, but I'm oddly attracted to her.
Yeah.
Partly because I'm afraid she would just break my arms.
It's very funny that you guys find a girl that could kick your ass extremely hot, but most girls want a guy that could kick ass for them.
Oh no, I would kick ass for her because I'm afraid she would kick my ass.
If
I
you
would
didn't-
not need to kick ass for Ronda Rousey. I wouldn't need
It's
to.
very true. Ronda Rousey could beat up just about anybody.
Is she
But,
the girl
okay.
from UFC?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
UFC
and
fighter
she-
that
Yeah.
destroys
There-
I mean,
faces.
I don't know anything about her. I just know UFC.
She
yeah.
fought with another trainer not that long ago. I can't remember what her name was,
Right
but
on.
she kicked her ass.
Oh yeah, it was. I can't think of the name right
She
now, but I
has,
watched
like
that
dark
fight.
curly hair.
Yeah, she has the cornrows. But I watched that fight, and everybody's like, "Oh, she's gonna beat up Ronda Rousey." I'm like, "No, she's not." Ronda Rousey
I thought
knocked
Ronda Rousey
her out
was gonna-
in 15 seconds.
I thought Ronda Rousey was gonna be the one that was KO'd just because she's pretty and blonde and doesn't really look like
no, that woman.
much,
she's never
but-
lost a fight.
yeah she
Right
kicked
on.
Okay,
her ass,
but this
kicked her
movie, it
ass.
stars, like I said, the original cast, like the Michelle Rodriguez, the Jordana Brewster, and Tyrese Gibson.
Jordana Brewster,
whatever.
not Giordana Brewster.
I said Jordana. Jordana.
It sounded like you said Giordana.
But Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris. But this movie also stars Kurt Russell, Diamond Hansu, who is one of my favorite actors from Blood Diamond and movies like that,
Gladiator.
and Tony Jaa.
Oh,
And
Tony
Jason
Jaa's in this
Statham.
movie?
Yeah,
And
Tony
Jason
Jaa's in
And
this
it's
movie.
got Natalie Emmanuel.
and Jason
Yes,
Statham.
and Jason Statham, Mother of God. Okay,
No, it's Chev Chelios.
Chev
Come
Chelios.
on.
So okay, Chev
Smell his name in the
Chelios.
transporters.
In the last movie, they killed the bad guy. Well,
Yes.
Jason Statham plays Chev Chelios. Plays his brother, and this whole movie is him seeking revenge on the infamous crew for murdering his brother.
And this is the last one, finally.
Which
this
Jason
confirmed
Statham's
to be
gonna
the last
win.
one?
It's the last one.
It's the last one because Jason Statham's gonna win.
Yes.
No,
gonna kill them
Chev
all.
Chelios. No, I'm
He
sorry.
will
Anyway.
kill them
No,
all.
it's the last one, obviously, because Paul Walker's gone, and I think they said that this was going to be the last one anyway.
Because Jason Statham's gonna kill them all.
Yes. Fine, let's just say it. Just say it.
Just say it, Zach.
All right. So, what are you guys? Are you going to see it?
Yeah, I'll probably go see it with my brother, because he's got a hard-on for these movies.
Yeah.
Duh.
You're going to see it?
Yeah, just for Jason Statham.
Question: you say you've only seen one Fast and the Furious movie.
Yes.
Do you plan on seeing any others before you
Nope.
go and see this one?
Nope.
All right. Not
Jason
even.
Jason
You're
Statham's
missing
not in
out.
any of the rest of them.
I just gotta say, you're missing out.
Yeah,
Tokyo
don't-
Drift is amazing.
I never. That's the only Fast and
I'm
Furious
not-
movie I have not seen. Is
there
Tokyo
are
Drift.
certain movies that I'm just not interested in seeing. Certain types of movies, like war movies. War movies don't get my attention. Car movies,
Which
movies that
is
deal a lot with
ironic because you
cars.
love Jason Statham in the Transporter movies.
Oh, he's so pretty. I didn't say like action movies. I said war movies.
Oh, you said car movies, and the Transporter is definitely
But
a car
Not
movie.
really. It's a great love story in every
Oh my
single
God!
one.
Will you stop saying it's a great love story?
I love your outlook on life right now.
Transporter
You are
3
too
is my
optimistic.
favorite.
It drives me crazy.
Transporter 3 is my favorite.
Oh, that's the worst
Because he actually
one.
ends
They're
up
making a
with her.
Transporter TV show.
Yeah, he's not in.
just-
But it's not going to
Oh.
star Chev Chelios.
It's not
Well,
gonna-
fuck that then.
Okay, so you're gonna see this. I will definitely go see it with probably Zach and his brothers. So
I wonder if he falls in love with anybody in this movie.
yes, there's a great love story. The next movie up, number 5 on our list, Minions, directed by Pierre Coffin. He did the Despicable Me movies. This is written by Ken Dario. He did Bubble Boy, which I actually thought was really funny. Horton Hears a Who, The Lorax, and he also wrote the script for the Despicable Me movies. This movie stars Michael Keaton,
Oh, I love
Sandra Bullock, John
Love
Hamm,
her.
and Hiroyuki Sanada. Did you ever see Last Samurai?
Nope.
Yeah,
He was the badass samurai.
nice.
Not Ken Watanabe, but the other one with the long hair.
Right.
I actually
right.
like him a lot. He was in that Railway Man movie. Did you ever see that? The World War II.
Oh, no.
Oh, it was such a good movie.
I'm sure. I just didn't see
Yeah,
it.
Hiroyuki Sanada was in that as well. But this movie, Minions, it's a look at the life of the Minions before they meet Gru. I was never a fan of the Despicable Me movies. I'm just going to say that.
That's because you don't have a soul.
but
Yeah.
this movie does look funny.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It's
I-
going to make $1 billion.
Well, Minions have always been like the favorite part of Despicable Me and 2 for a lot of people, so this movie's really gonna hit the
I concur. I will see it.
spot.
So you'll see it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I don't know, because a lot of people said that Despicable Me was great, and I didn't like it personally.
Just
But
watch it, Andrew.
I will probably still see it. So the next movie up on our list is A Most Violent Year, directed and written by J.C. Chander. He did Margin Call and All Is
Margin
Lost.
Call is awesome.
It's pretty good. This movie stars Oscar Isaac, Jessica Chastain, Albert Brooks, and Glenn Fleshler. I love Glenn Fleshler. I really want him to play Pennywise the Clown in the new It. You saw True Detective, right?
Yeah.
The creepy fat guy,
Yeah.
that's Glenn Fleshler.
Oh, wow.
I want him to play Pennywise in It.
I don't know. I think they could get that creepy fucking clown from American Horror Story.
With the messed up mouth.
Yeah, he's in that actor that plays that clown is in Crazy Stupid Love. He's the dad of the girl.
Oh, no shit.
That sends. Yeah, that's who that is.
I didn't know that.
Did you see the last episode of that one?
I did.
Oh my
Actually,
god,
that was a very good episode.
And it was so sad learning his.
Was it a great
fucked
love
up.
story?
No, the killer clown is actually
Tormented
he's
soul.
very mentally slow, and that's why he has the career that he has. Is he just loves the kids and making them laugh?
It's the first episode I watched of that show where I was truly impressed.
It was just sad, and I love the actor that plays the double-faced guy.
I like him.
He
too.
plays the devil in Ghost Rider in the first one that everybody hates. He's the devil's son in that.
So the plot for a most violent year is a businessman in the 1980s New York struggles to keep his family and his business safe in the historically most dangerous year in that city's history, 1981, I believe.
Is this based on a true story?
Not sure. I know that 1981 was the most violent year in New York. This may be based off of a book. I cannot be certain of that, though. But after seeing the trailer, do you guys plan on seeing it?
It looks awesome, but I probably won't see it until it is on like Netflix or something.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I won't watch it for a while.
As much as I like Jessica Chastain and Albert
Who's
Brooks.
also in Interstellar.
Yeah, she
Jessica
is.
Chastain.
Because I just watched Zero Dark 30 again. Not too
I
long
love
ago.
Oscar Isaac, but
Yeah. The next movie up, The Sleepwalker, directed and written by Mona Fastvold, stars Get a Wit, Chris Abbott, Stephanie Ellis, and Brady Corbett. The plot of this is a young couple lives in oh my god, I cannot talk. A young couple's lives are turned upside down by the arrival of the girl's sister and the sister's fiance.
I have no fucking idea what this movie's about.
yeah, me either. Not really.
It looks weird as shit. I won't see it.
I want to see it just because I want to know what the fuck she's doing when she's sleepwalking. Like, why is that the whole point of the movie? Is her sleepwalking?
Yeah,
I don't understand, and I
don't
need
either.
to know this.
Zach?
Oh fuck! Dude, it's almost as baffling as the Nicolas Cage. Is that a shark or something?
Which I posted on Facebook the other day.
I watched the scene for the
after-
first time ever.
after
I couldn't
watching
get over it.
After watching that, I actually thought that it kind of, I don't know, it made more sense. Like they're on the coast, they're near water where there would be sharks, and he did go for it. Like he went to check it, and then they like made a jump at him, and it scared him.
Oh, man.
So
Speaking of Nick Cage,
it didn't sound.
I saw Left Behind.
Oh my
And,
god!
how'd
Are
that
you
go?
fucking serious?
It was available, and I could not pass up the opportunity. It was something. I'll say that it was something.
Whatever.
The next movie up, we're going to talk about Chappie. This is directed and written by Neil Blomkamp, the guy who gave us the amazing movie District 9. He also gave us the amazingly average movie Elysium.
I never saw it.
Haven't seen either one of them.
You're going to watch District 9, though.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. This movie stars Charlton Copley.
Charlito Copley.
Charlito. You're just making up.
No, that's how I've heard people say it.
Well, there's no I. Charlton.
Whatever.
Charlton Copley, Hugh Jackman, Sigourney Weaver, and Dev Patel. I love Dev Patel. He's great in The Newsroom, and he was really good in Slumdog Millionaire.
He looks like the guy from Rules of Engagement. That's who I thought it was.
The plot of this movie is a robot with human emotions is turned on and discovers a world full of wonders. It looks so much like the back set for a District 9 movie, does it not?
Yes.
Well, I'm pretty sure it does take place in Africa again, just like District 9 did, which took place in...
Well, I think it looks amazing. It kind of looks like a cooler version of AI.
Johannesburg.
This movie looks way cool. I really want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it too. It looks like a heartwarming
Love story.
love story.
I love this right now. This is the best thing ever.
but not necessarily love like romantic relationships love, but between him and his maker and all of those people. It does seem like a great love story.
I'm going to watch the crap out of this movie because if it's anything like District 9, it's going to be one of the most amazing movies of like the decade.
It probably will be way cool.
The next movie up we're going to talk about is The Gambler. This is directed by Rupert Wyatt. He gave us The Escapist and The Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which was really good. It's
Really,
also
I heard it was stupid.
Oh, the new Planet of the Apes movies are amazing.
I heard they were terrible.
Well, you heard from dumb people.
Okay.
This is written by William Monahan. He gave us Kingdom of Heaven, The Departed, Body of Lies, and London Boulevard.
I like Kingdom of Heaven a lot.
Kingdom of Heaven was actually really good. Not as good as The Departed, which is obviously one of the greatest movies ever. This movie stars Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, Jessica Lange, John Goodman, Brie Larson, and George Kennedy.
Omar
Just to
from The Wire.
clarify, the Funky Bunch really isn't in this movie.
Well, we don't know that. We don't want to jump to conclusions saying that the rest of the Funky Bunch isn't in there.
I bet
I
he
figured
carries
I
the
would
rest
say
of the
that.
Funky Bunch in his heart.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
okay.
movie's all about the good vibrations. That's what this plot of this movie... No, seriously, it's a professor... I think he's an English professor with a gambling problem, bets his life to a gangster for a crap ton of money. And it's all about what happens after the bet is placed. I'm going to watch this movie. What do you guys think? What do you
I'm
guys
gonna
think?
watch it because Mark Wahlberg is
really,
hot.
really want to see it. It looks like it's probably the one I want to see the most out of all these.
Okay. So, yeah, you say you want to see it as well, Shelby?
Yeah.
All right. I would recommend seeing this just solely on the trailer. The next one up is what I'm super excited for. The new web series X-Ray and Vav, directed and written by the crew of Rooster Teeth, our good friends at Rooster Teeth. They gave us Red vs. Blue and Ruby. This web series stars Gavin Free and Ray Narvaez Jr. And I think Lindsay is in it as well. It sounds like her.
I thought I heard her.
Yeah. The plot of this is bumbling superheroes X-Ray and Vav try to save the world from a slew of villains. Yeah, we're big fans of Rooster Teeth. They're really good people. We talk back and forth every now and then. They're super busy, so. But, yeah, I'm going to watch the crap out of this. Rooster Teeth has another web series going on right now called 10 Little Roosters. Holy shit, that thing is hilarious. And it's only the first episode, and I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
You think so, too?
I'll see it. It's going to be hilarious.
Shelby, I don't know if you know the people of Rooster Teeth or if you've seen anything that they've done.
Mm-mm.
Red
You
versus
should.
Blue, Ruby.
Yeah.
I don't care for that
Versus-
type of animation at all.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not interested
Red
in
versus Blue is they're playing the video game Halo.
I don't like Halo. I don't like shooter
Yeah,
games.
Halo's lame. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't like
Halo's
Halo,
probably
and
my
I don't
least
like Call of
favorite
Duty.
of the big franchises, even more than Call of Duty.
See, I love
I actually have
Halo.
I
Love
have
Halo.
like a personal vendetta against Call of Duty. As you know, as a
that's,
female in a girlfriend type role, I hate
get
that
it.
game.
I get it.
Yeah. But
And Halo's not any better.
yeah, Halo's great, and that show was hilarious. But X-Ray and Vav, I will definitely see it.
X-Ray and Vive, I will have my sister watch probably. She would be interested in it. I have no interest in watching it.
All right, so going through this list of By the Gun, Paddington, Ex Machina, Furious 7, Minions, A Most Violent Year, The Sleepwalker, Chappie, The Gambler, and X-Ray and Vav, which of these 10 are you the most excited for? Zach.
Paddington.
Paddington?
The Gambler for sure.
Followed
Closely by probably the fucking By the Gun movie.
Oh, actually, I have a few. Paddington, Ex Machina, Minions,
Ex
and
Machina
Chappie.
does look like a heartwarming love story.
I'm so ready for that love story.
Well, I won't have to put any effort forward to seeing X-Ray and Vav because it'll be free on the computer. If not, I would make that my number one. But it's a tie between Chappie and Ex Machina for me.
Right on.
Because I'm really excited
This is
for...
the love story.
Yes, it's a great love story. So now we're going to... Oh, who do we have here? Brian Vaughn!
shit.
Hey! Hop on over there.
Great entrance.
Hello. We got to turn on your mic real quick, but you're ready to go after that.
Let me scoot my black ass over.
Hi, Brian.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your hair looks nice.
Does it actually? Because I didn't.
No, actually, it does look really good. We both have a lack of facial hair since the last time we saw each other.
Yeah, I couldn't take it.
I'm the only one that can carry the torch.
Well, I can't stand it if I can look down and see it.
Yeah.
You know, like if I just go.
But are you guys going to not shave for the rest
It's
of No
lovely.
Shave November?
Yeah,
I kind of did that in October is the thing. So.
Well, now you have a whole nother month to do it.
He was
again.
trying to get the Cardinals to the World Series.
So we're going to get
It's
Brian
worked
set up
before.
super quick here. So, what do you think of the new mic stands?
I like it.
Do you like it?
I like it.
All right. So just give me a quick mic check. See how that works for you.
Microphone check.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
It
All
smelled
right.
very pepperminty.
Well,
I got gum.
Ah.
have a list for you here. We are on our top 10 list. We just made it to the top 10 list. We're going to do, for our top 10 actor this week, we're going to do Martin Sheen. So
Not the best.
I love Martin Sheen. I really do.
He's fine.
Why doesn't this say Martin Estevez?
Martin Estevez. I don't know.
Oh, and by the way, anytime that you refer to Jason Statham in any way, you have to
No,
tell him.
it's still Jason
You
Statham.
you
Jason Statham is his own person.
You have to call him Chev Chelios.
Nope, it's Jason Statham. Still Jason.
He's not Jason Statham anymore.
I hate Crank. I hate those Crank movies.
Either
so much.
Jason
never seen
Statham
one.
or
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Two-
My
bit-
God, man, you're missing out.
You know, wasn't there a run on like bald guys being action stars there for a little while?
Yeah, for a little
I
bit.
don't
He
know.
led the way for sure.
But he's Chev Chelios.
Nope.
Yes.
Because they've got
Jason Statham.
bald man syndrome. They
Yeah.
get angry.
Yeah, but he's angry all the time. It's
Well, the
exhausting.
thing with Jason Statham is he actually looks good bald. So, the first Martin Sheen movie we're going to talk about, this is a group discussion. These first two are Gettysburg. Has anybody else besides me seen Gettysburg?
Nope.
Obviously, in school even. I saw
I
Gettysburg.
probably saw it in school, but I hated school and I don't remember.
It's directed and written by Ronald F. Maxwell. He did Gods and Generals, another Civil War movie,
I want to see that.
and Copperhead. This movie stars, of course, Martin Sheen as Robert E. Lee and then Tom Berenger as Ulysses S. Grant.
Tom Berenger.
It also has Stephen Lang and George Lazenby. I don't know how the hell he made it into this movie. I guess after his Bond career up and went over.
What are you
He's-
talking about? He's the guy. Do we all consider him James Bond, right? Right.
Out of all of his movies, yeah, he
Yeah.
is a James Bond.
one time.
Yeah, once. And then Richard Jordan's in this as well. The plot of this is a retelling of the bloodiest battle in the Civil War.
Okay.
It was a really good movie. It was actually surprisingly good.
Never seen it.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
I probably should watch it.
Yeah. I don't know how well it does when it comes to historical accuracy, but for a movie retelling of just war, it does a really good
Well,
job.
with any movie like that, there's going to be things that they don't put in or they adjust or alter or whatever. So
Yeah.
Like all the alien scenes, I think were made up.
Yeah, well, we weren't there. We don't know for sure. But, you
Yeah.
know, with a lack of... Maybe that's something we're going to see on one of the Ancient Alien shows, you know, in the future, the Gettysburg attack.
Yeah.
All right, so the next movie we're going to talk about...
Kill me now.
I don't know if anybody has seen this movie besides me, but if you haven't, really need to go out and see it. It's called The Way, directed by Emilio Estevez.
is that
Yeah.
Emilio? Is that the movie where it's kind of like Into the Wild, where he's like backpacking?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Emilio Estevez from The Mighty Ducks. He may have done some other stuff too. We're not sure. But this movie stars Martin Sheen, Emilio Estevez, and James Nesbitt. The plot of this movie is after a son dies during a great pilgrimage, his father decides to take up the challenge himself.
Real quick, does Emilio Estevez play the son and Martin
Yes,
Sheen playing the dad?
so it's
just
actually
like-
a real father-son.
This
yeah,
sounds
which also in Anger Management,
Yeah.
the show,
Jack
what's his
Nicholson
son?
is not
Charlie
Adam
Sheen's
Sandler's
son.
dad.
No,
That's exactly
not
what I was
the
going to
not
say.
the
Martin
movie,
Sheen, you
the
mean?
TV show.
Yeah, there's a TV
with
show.
Charlie Sheen called Anger Management.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Martin
yeah, yeah.
Sheen plays his crazy ass dad.
Does he really?
Yeah,
This
crazy,
movie
fucking
sounds
crazy.
like a heartwarming love story.
It does. Oh yeah,
Shut
you
up
missed
now.
that. Every single movie that we
Oh,
talked about in
God.
Trailer Talk, Shelby for
was not
somehow
every
made it
single
look
one.
like it was a heartwarming love story.
I don't know
It
what
was
a
not
most
every single
violent
movie.
year is, but is that a heartwarming love
Yes,
story?
yes, it is, Brian. It's
Is
a
it really?
heartwarming love
Okay,
story.
it actually kind of it's this. It was this movie about this young man joins the mafia in Boston, but
No,
it
that
turns,
that wasn't it.
Oh, a most
that was by
violent
the gun.
year. Oh, by the gun. A most violent year. That
By
was
the gun
Oscar
looks
Isaac.
badass.
None of this sounds... Shelby, I think you're way off base here. We have By the Gun, Furious
a love
7,
story.
Minions,
Which is a love story.
No, it's not.
A most
Between
violent
Minions and
year.
Gru.
The Gambler.
You could say that Furious 7 is a heartwarming love story
No, you can't.
because
Yeah,
it
but
stars
just
Chev
stop.
Chelios.
Between me and Jason.
Okay, so
Jason and I have the heartwarming love story of that one.
number 8 on our list. This is my pick. The Mass Effect 2 and 3 series video games.
I would have picked this if you didn't.
Really?
This is my favorite game series ever.
It's one of my favorite, and Martin Sheen is so fucking
Really
good.
quick.
This is, I'm sorry, this is one of only like 3 games ever that I've completed all the way.
Okay, so Mass Effect. Let me make sure I'm getting it right. That's the one where they go from like planet to planet to
Yeah.
get people to help them save the world.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I actually really enjoy
Wow, I'm
the plot lines for
impressed
those.
that you know that.
You-
Well,
need
I had
to-
an
That is
ex-boyfriend
more
that
than
played
I
it,
knew.
and that was the only one that I really liked to
you
watch
have
him
a
play.
PlayStation, don't you?
My wife
I
is
had
the
a
same
PS3.
way.
It doesn't work anymore.
She doesn't really like.
She
playing.
likes watching
Well,
it, but
it doesn't
she
play
like playing
games.
it.
Well,
I'm not sure if I would enjoy playing Mass Effect, but I definitely
I
liked watching
don't
it.
know if just off the top of my
It
head,
was like a movie.
I cannot think of a video game series that has a better storyline than Mass Effect.
That's
Is it also
it's
actually
a
like
movie.
playable? Because anytime
Very-
I try to play a video game, it's not possible for me
Yeah.
to
No,
play
very
it.
playable.
No, it totes is.
It's a decision-based game. You can make it's like a shooter game, but like you can decide to be a good guy or a bad guy. Like you choose what to say whenever somebody talks
For
to you.
example,
So it's kind of got some RPG elements.
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
much
for
so.
example,
you-
there's a scene in the third one where you find out the ambassador to the human race betrayed you.
Well, God, thanks, Zach.
You're not gonna play it.
No, probably not.
And you have the choice of either killing him or letting him live.
Yeah,
And
you
I
get to
killed
make
him.
decisions
Totally, I
like that
killed
all the
Yeah,
time.
I'd blow that guy away.
I'd shot the
It's-
shit
I
out of
almost
him.
didn't. Every other decision I did Paragon, but that one I killed
Yeah.
the motherfucker.
It's like
Well, this
uh,
all sounds like a heartwarming love story.
it really is.
you weren't even here. You can't make fun of me.
This is so great.
I'm
I love
just jump.
this.
This is
But,
like jump rope. You just, you get in there and you. I
But
jumped some rope.
Martin Sheen plays the elusive man, which in the second video game, you're not sure if he's a good guy or a bad guy. He saves your life pretty much, but he has his own motives for doing so. And he plays the part to perfection.
Yeah,
he
he's
really
a
does.
cock.
Yeah. So the next one up, Shelby, number 7, Catch Me If You Can.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen Catch Me If You Can in a while. But when I did watch it, I remember thinking it was a really great movie, and specifically Martin Sheen's part.
As the dad. Or not DiCaprio's dad, but
It was-
Amy Adams' dad.
Yeah, it was directed by Steven Spielberg, written by Jeff Nathanson, who is responsible for The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, apparently.
Fucker.
and-
let's hunt him down.
Yeah.
And it stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is trying to catch someone who's basically stealing identities
If he
everywhere.
If you can.
Yeah, and that's and Leonardo DiCaprio is
I love your squinty-eyed chuckle there. Zach.
person.
I get it.
It's funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And-
Frank Abagnale Jr.
Leonardo DiCaprio. He proposes to Amy Adams, and then he meets her family, which
Amy
is
Adams is in that movie?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either till you guys
Oh,
were
man.
talking. I haven't seen it since literally like when it came out.
That was
I
a
like
long time
her.
ago.
Yeah,
well, Martin Sheen plays her dad.
I was in
And
high school, I think, at the time.
He doesn't have that big of a part in it, but
No,
he's
but it's
noticeable.
so good. He's so in love with his wife and his family, and he tells Leonardo DiCaprio, "We sure do love our women, don't we?
Yeah, I
We sure
remember
do
that
love
now.
our
He
now.
women,
sneaks-
don't we?" It's a great
DiCaprio
love
sneaks out
story.
of the window,
Yeah.
It's
a
that was
great
Martin
love
Sheen.
story.
Okay. Right on.
All right, Zach, you're up next. Wall Street.
Written, directed by Oliver Stone. You know all the shit he's done.
Platoon.
It stars Martin Sheen, obviously, Charlie Sheen, John McGinley,
Dr. Cox.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He was also in Platoon.
Hal Holbrook.
Yeah, he was.
He's also
Michael
in
Douglas.
Wild Hogs.
I forgot James Spader was in this
he
movie.
is.
Yeah, he is.
And
James
Terrence
Spader's in
Stamp.
it?
And Wall Street, yeah.
I don't remember.
Dirty ass stockbroker wants to have all the money. That's the plot of this movie, essentially.
Yeah, it's fairly accurate.
You know, it's what most people remember Michael Douglas for, but Martin Sheen was pretty solid.
I remember Michael Douglas from Basic Instinct.
I don't remember Michael Douglas from really anything except this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Wall Street too.
Also, The Ghost in the Darkness.
That movie was good.
Okay, thank you.
Every time
you are the
somebody-
only person
Yeah.
in the world besides me who thought The Ghost in the
I
Darkness was a
$5
really
binned
good
that movie at one time.
Every
I'll
time
have you
somebody
know.
says The Ghost in the Darkness, I think of the island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, yeah.
Totally different movie, but I
So,
liked it. It was
fun
fucked
fact, I
up.
don't know if I've told you this, but I actually went to Chicago to the Field Museum, and they have the actual lions there.
That's awesome.
And I got to see them. They're fucking terrifying. Dude.
No, that movie, like, when did that come out? Mid-90s somewhere.
94?
95, 94, something like that.
I just want to point out that you all are ridiculous if this is the movie that you remember Michael Douglas for.
Ghost
That was a
in the
joke.
Darkness.
Okay, I was about to say Romancing the Stone. Hello?
Okay, that movie
That
also
sounds-
I like.
Jewel
Yeah.
of
That
the
sounds
Nile.
like a
Isn't
heartwarming
Hello?
love
that the
story.
sequel to Romancing
Romancing
the
the
Stone?
and Romancing the Stone is a heartwarming love story
No, it's
about
not. They tried to kill each other.
No, there's 3 movies that he's done.
Are you
other-
talking about War of the Roses?
Oh,
Obviously-
yeah.
That's where they're trying to
That's-
kill each other.
That's the next one, though.
Which
There's-
also has Danny
there's-
DeVito.
Obviously, we all remember Michael Douglas from Las Vegas.
Yes. Oh, I actually know somebody that was in my
Actually,
acting
no.
class who was in
No,
that
I
movie.
don't.
I feel sorry for them.
He was young Michael Douglas, actually.
Who?
This guy who was in my acting class a long time ago.
right on.
He actually became a successful young Michael Douglas
Well, I have a
impersonator.
pertinent question then.
Yes.
The fuck happened to you? All these people in this acting class are getting in stuff.
I haven't been in my acting class in like 4 years
Well,
now.
yeah, you should go back
It's
there.
because I retired from that to do greater things like this podcast.
Oh, you have a point there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a very good point.
I'm on iTunes, bitch.
Uh,
What are you in? You're just in a movie with Morgan Freeman and Michael Douglas.
Yeah,
Screw
have
you.
fun with that.
Yeah. So, Brian, you're up next with number 5, The American President.
Speaking of Michael Douglas,
this is a good movie.
Speaking of Michael Douglas,
He's in this movie.
he is.
Basically, Michael Douglas is the president, as he should be, and he falls in love with someone who he's decidedly not married to.
Sounds like a heartwarming love story.
Motherfucker.
It is. No, she's accurate in this.
It is.
This is a solid
Is
movie.
a heart-
It's really good, and it's also very affecting.
Fucking Rob Reiner.
genuinely.
Rob Reiner's hilarious.
No.
Have you seen him as
he became a big douchebag.
Zoe Deschanel's dad on New Girl?
No, but I do remember him as DiCaprio's dad in Wolf of
That's
Wall
Rob
Street.
Reiner.
Oh man, great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
This was written by Aaron
Marrying
Sorkin.
the
Yeah, and
girl
when
that
he
was a
meets-
slut
I didn't know
in
that
high
until I
school.
just read
When
that.
he meets
Yeah.
Nick
Yeah.
Miller and okay, yeah. I remember him now.
Speaking of Aaron Sorkin and
This is
presidents,
transitioning really well.
yeah, you say that you like Michael Douglas as president. Well, I was a huge fan of Martin Sheen as the president in The West Wing,
Yes.
created by Aaron Sorkin.
I've
one
never
of the
seen
greatest.
this show.
I haven't
So
either.
good, Allison.
Really?
I feel like I should.
Awesome. Yes,
too.
You really
please
should.
do.
Honestly, like it's on
Yes.
Netflix, and it's one of my favorite shows.
It's my mom's favorite show. Period.
Okay, so not only do you have Martin Sheen as a president, but you have Rob Lowe, Allison Janney, and John Spencer, and Bradley Whitford in it, and Richard Schiff's in there too.
Please tell me Rob Lowe is like the... I'm trying to think. Never mind. Just keep going.
Rob Lowe plays a less exaggerated version of himself that you see in Parks and Rec. He's
I've never
very
seen Parks
he's very
and Rec.
intelligent in this. This movie's about the West Wing,
He's not
obviously,
crazy.
and all the people that work towards the PR area for making sure the president does everything and everything runs
I
smoothly.
tried
and
really
you forgot
hard
his
to
wife,
watch Parks and
Stockton,
Rec.
Stockton Channing.
Oh
Couldn't
yeah,
do it.
Oh,
she's great.
she's so great. At one point, he has like
Spoiler alert.
No,
No, it's
yeah,
not
okay.
spoiler.
I know what you're gonna say.
I'm
Don't
just
say
kidding.
that. Don't say that.
I'm probably wanting
Why?
to watch
That-
it.
I really might. I
Ty.
could do it. I'm getting ready
Oh, the
to need a
Ty.
new show.
Yeah, about
We're
his-
getting close
about
to
his
that
Ty.
point.
Okay,
when
what are you
did
watching
this, I
right
thought you were
now?
talking about the set and
Well,
everything.
I just
No.
got done with Hannibal, so
when
oh,
That's a show I need to watch.
it's really
Okay,
good.
well, never mind.
Like,
okay.
No,
are
no,
you watching?
Go ahead, Shelby. Say it. Just
Wait.
talk over everybody. That's how a podcast works.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like 8 conversations.
So new
at
TV.
once.
Are you up on? Well, you said that you haven't watched Sons of Anarchy. Ever.
No, and I'm
You
kind of waiting
need
till
to.
it's done, and then it's going to be a.
Have you seen? There's
Well, by
a new.
the time you finish the previous seasons, this one will be done.
That's
So
true.
start
There's
it
a
now.
new show on WB or what is that fucking channel that has Arrow and all those shit?
The CW.
CW. I
Some
know
kind
it's
of
terrible,
initials.
but they have the Flash, and that show's actually great.
Is
And
it
so
really?
is Arrow.
It's
Arrow is actually
amazing.
surprisingly good.
Yes.
See, I just kind of wrote them off because of the network. And
No,
the
actually,
guy
like,
that plays Flash is badass.
like I was
He's
like,
really
wow,
good.
the CW shouldn't be making good shows.
No.
What are they doing?
They shouldn't be.
They're
Okay.
the vehicle for DC.
Let's
comic
move on
shows.
because we are so close to wrapping this up at exactly 1 hour. So,
Wow.
Shelby, The Amazing Spider-Man.
Everybody knows what Spider-Man's about. It was directed by Mark Webb.
Ha!
and,
I get it.
and it was
I saw that last night, and I've been saving that laugh until that moment, and it paid off.
and it was written by James Vanderbilt, who
can't
gave
do
us
nothing with
Zodiac.
Wait, this is the
and
movie with Andrew
White House
Garfield. They
Down.
really had a guy direct it named Mark Webb.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's
And
fucking-
James Vanderbeek wrote it.
It stars Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone as Gwen and
Peter. Parker.
and then it also has Dennis Leary as Emma Stone's father and Sally Field and Martin Sheen as Peter's aunt and uncle.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah,
He makes
Uncle
good
Ben.
rice.
Emma
and
Stone
he-
is so central in this movie.
I don't like her as a blonde.
I don't like her as a blonde either, but I like her better
Actually,
than Kirsten
totally in
Dunst.
agreement about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm
Um,
not crazy about it, but
yeah.
still, she's awesome.
I mean, I'm not gonna like complain if she was like, "Hey, what's up?" I wouldn't be like, "Well, I like your hair better, a different color."
But Martin Sheen's character plays the biggest part because he is the catalyst
Yeah.
for
I was thinking of that
Spider-Man.
same word.
Catalyst.
he is the major
Uncle Ben's rice.
peak. His
I like
death
Uncle Ben's
is
rice.
I do too. Cheesy broccoli.
You know, I did not
Sorry, we
hate.
keep talking over you. I'll quit
really-
being an asshole.
No,
Okay.
I don't think you
Okay,
will. I don't.
here's
think
a
that's
question for you,
in your
Shelby.
Oh,
nature.
rude.
Is this a great love story?
Actually, it is.
It is a great love story, and it's incredibly sad when it comes to the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I haven't seen
that's-
it.
The
Oh
amazing.
you
my
haven't
god!
seen
I haven't either.
No.
But
The ending of that is like
sorrow,
ridiculously good.
the sorrow of such love stories is what makes them truly great.
All right.
Really quickly.
Everything about your attitude right now is amazing.
Really quickly on the Amazing Spider-Man. It has. It's not a movie I disliked. Even. I mean, I thought it was fine.
It was incredibly
But,
average.
Yeah, but it has a scene in it that is laughably dumb, in which, you know, there's like an angsty scene where Andrew Garfield's like, oh man, I'm an upset teenager, even though I'm 30. And he
No, he's not, is he?
He's like 30-ish.
Holy shit!
So he goes to like a skate park and
He and
starts
Emma Stone are
skating
totally
up a
together.
ramp to Coldplay.
Oh,
Because that's
yeah.
what everybody is like, man, I'm pissed off. Guess what it's time to
Hey.
listen to? Coldplay.
Coldplay's awesome.
Coldplay is the soundtrack of every angry white boy.
No, the Coldplay is the soundtrack of every great love story.
Andrew Garfield
you
is
rem-
31.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, I am young compared to that guy.
By a year.
It counts. Give
Do you
us that
remember-
victory.
Do you
You're
remember
all
that
old.
scene in the 40-Year-Old Virgin where they're sitting in his apartment trying to get it ready for his girlfriend to come over? And Seth Rogen, or Paul Rudd looks at Seth Rogen. And he
Yes,
says,
I remember this.
You know
exact
how I know
thing.
you're gay? Because you like Coldplay.
Yeah. All right. Number 2, Zach, The Departed.
Yeah, that's all you need to say.
Yeah.
No, seriously though, Martin Scorsese, you know it. DiCaprio, Nicholson, Martin Sheen, Mark Wahlberg. Isn't
Funky
Alec
Bunch.
Baldwin in this
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah, he is.
He has some of the very best lines in that movie.
Undercover cop hides his identity from a dirty detective who's looking for him, and Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Question for you
Great
guys.
movie.
Which did you like more, The Departed or Infernal Affairs?
I haven't
The
seen
Departed.
Infernal
You
Affairs.
I like The
Yeah.
Departed.
I
I
haven't seen
have
either
it
one
on
of
my
them.
Netflix queue because it's on Netflix now, so I'm
Yeah,
watching
it
the
is.
shit out of it. I haven't seen it.
But I'm not saying The Infernal Affairs is bad. It's an amazing movie. It's super good.
I ruined this movie for several people when I worked at McAllister's.
You worked at McAllister's
Yeah.
too?
I also once
Did
worked
you?
at McAllister's.
Yeah.
No shit.
No
Nope.
shit.
Everybody
Kansas
looked at
and
me.
Kearney.
Nope, I got nothing to
I worked
Really?
at
Which one?
McAllister's
I
for
actually
2
hate
weeks.
Kansas and Kearney.
I hate McAllister.
too.
I worked there for 3 years.
I worked there for 4 years.
When did you stop working there?
84.
No. When did I start at Cox? 2009?
2000, yeah, because I
2002?
started at
Oh.
2007.
2009, yeah.
That's funny. A year later, I started working there.
Nice.
I
I
worked-
probably
oh,
saw you
okay.
there.
You know
Have
who
we all
Gina
worked at the
is?
hospital?
No.
Gina,
thought
yeah,
you did.
that's my boyfriend.
Oh, no, I did.
Yeah.
I forgot I did, but I
Yeah.
did.
Little Gina Grissom, yeah.
Holy shit. Anyway.
Crazy.
Okay, so
Um,
number 1
so-
on this list,
so-
Apocalypse
No,
Now.
I gotta tell this story real quick.
We
So,
gotta make an hour.
alright, fuck it. Go ahead.
Okay, Apocalypse Now.
I don't really know if I need to describe that too thoroughly either, because I think most everyone's seen it at this point. It is thoroughly harrowing and depressing,
Yeah.
but effective.
Yeah. Talk
And
about a trippy ass movie.
Yeah, it's not a movie that you want to, that you're just going to sit down and be like, you know what I feel like watching?
No, that's like it's one of the, tell me if you agree, it's a movie like you have to see at least once.
But probably just the once.
yeah. Exactly. I like Robert Duvall in that movie a lot.
Oh, man.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. That gasoline smell smells like victory.
Who doesn't just love Robert Duvall anyway?
Yeah.
He's pretty
Oh,
great.
I'm gonna see The Judge next week.
I feel like I kind of want to now. I don't
You know
know.
who I
I'll
really
let you guys
like?
tell me what it.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe, it's
I
pretty
really
great.
like him. And
Yeah.
Except
apparently
you're
he's
thinking
really
of Platoon.
well hung.
But
I was about to say apparently he has a 13-inch dick.
Yeah,
What?
apparently he's
Apparently
really
he's
well
got
hung.
like the world's biggest dick.
How do we
it
know
was-
this?
It was talked about
Stories,
on The
man.
View.
On The
It was,
View?
it was talked about on The View. I
Who
forgot
are these
which
people that are seeing Willem? I
Some
assumed
lady.
Willem Dafoe was asexual.
No, they.
he just
I was-
osmosis just splits.
I actually learned that this morning. I was talking to my mom,
Holy shit.
and she was talking about how they were talking about
Apparently
it on The
it's Antichrist. Apparently that movie you see dick shots all
Oh,
over the
yeah.
place. I haven't seen that movie. Apparently it's really fucked
So-
View.
up.
Willem Dafoe plays a great part in The Fault in Our Stars. Just saying,
He's
Now
in
we're
that
going-
movie too?
I hear
That
that-
good?
Jesus.
I downloaded that, and I mean,
He's
I
Peter
bought
Van Hollen.
it, and I'd really like to see it soon.
I hear he's a
You
big
should
asshole in
watch
that
it.
movie.
He is an asshole. He plays Peter Von Hollen, who's her favorite author, and she goes to meet him, and he turns out to just be a giant.
Well, that's
Dick.
a dastardly
He's-
name.
Yeah.
Peter Van Hollen.
Yeah.
Peter Van Halen.
This
He's
might
a
be
drunk.
the best thing ever.
He's a drunk and he's an asshole.
All right. Well,
That's great. Watch it.
somehow we're going to wrap up that with Martin Sheen as a great actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went from
Yeah, Had a
we
very
went
long
from
and
Apocalypse
fruitful
Now
career.
to Willem Dafoe's
He's
cock.
great.
That's kind of appropriate in its own way.
So
Great.
now we'd like to thank everybody for listening to
Yeah.
the See It podcast, episode 31. You can find us on Twitter at C_it_podcast. You can find us on Facebook at /the See It podcast. You can find us on YouTube at /See It podcast. Thank you to Podomatic for giving out this content that gets given directly to iTunes. Brian, plug away on your baseball podcast.
Yeah, the backup catcher. Search for it on iTunes. Also find us on Facebook or through standgraphs.com, our website, where there's also lots of wonderful written content.
Fan-fucking-tastic. To all of those who listen, thank you very much. We'll catch you next time. Peace out!
See you later.